Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to use the Solidify modifier. Boy, that's even fun to say. So in the last video we made this vase and we filled it in because it was empty here. But this time I want to fill it in by using a modifier. So if you go to edit mode on the vase, and I'm going to hit in and show you the shading on it. I'm going to hit backface culling. That will show you that inside this vase it's transparent. See, you can see right through it. The outside is solid, but the inside isn't. And to correct that, we're going to use the Solidify modifier and just make it solid. Normally what I like to do first is I like to do my UV unwrapping before I do Solidify. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do that real fast, and I'm going to mark my seams. I'm going to hold Shift and Alt down and hit this. Now I'm on line. So I've marked that top seam. Go to UV unwrapping and mark seam. Now I'm going to go down here and mark my bottom one. And I'm moving my camera around with my middle mouse button, Shift Alt to do this, and Alt Control to move around that. Or just, see, Shift, or just Shift to there's, you can zoom in. I'm stumbling over my words today. Okay, Control Alt held down together, right click, that will select that. I'm going to mark that seam. See, we're over in the UV tab to do this. Alright, I'm going to go to 1, and that gives us the front ortho perspective. And I'm just going to right click this seam here. Control Shift, right click, and it will select the whole seam in that line, and I'm going to mark that seam. Then I'm going to go Control 1 and get the back of it and mark the back seam. Mark seam. Now I'm going to hit in to get this menu to go away. I hit in to bring it up. Over here in the corner, grab it with your left mouse button and pull it over. Down here, choose UV Image Editor. Go back over here to this window. Just hover over this window and hit A and A to select everything. Then the letter U and unwrap. And it will unwrap it over here, and you'll see. Now we don't really need to do anything with this yet until after we do the Solidify. I just like to have it already know I'm already marked and everything. But if you want to, you can just put it in your window. After you do Solidify, you'll probably have to do it again anyway. So, alright, so what we're going to do is go back over here, go to Object Mode, and I'm going to tilt it. You can see how it's still invisible in there. So we're going to go over here to this little wrench. This is the modifier. Highlight it, go Add Modifier, Solidify, and see how all of a sudden now it's solid inside. You still don't have a bottom. Yeah, I should have created that first. Let's go back and do that. Okay, go to edit mode. Zoom in on this. Right click. Click the line button. Control Alt down, hold it, and hit F. There, now you have a bottom. And the seams should be marked, except for that I unmarked them all. So I'm going to do that real fast. When I did Control Z, I Control Z too many times. Oops. See? Yeah, so sometimes you mess up. It's not a big deal. Mark seam. And mark seam. So the unwrapping of this will probably be a little bit different now, because now we have that bottom too. So unwrap. So now the bottom's there too. So L to select that, G to move it up in the corner, L to select that, G to move it, L, G. So okay. Now back to what we were doing. Now we're going to go over here to the modifier, add modifier, solidify. And you can make it as thick as you want it just by clicking that. But we don't want it that thick. Wait, because it looks funny. So we'll just do that. And if you don't want to fill the rim, you don't have to, but then you're just going to have an empty space there. So I click fill rim and then just apply, and that's done. Now what happened because we did the solidify on it, if you go over here again, choose it all, hit unwrap again, now you're going to have the inside of it too. So you'll have to move this around again. L and move, because you want all these in the space as much. Take up as much space as you can, but not be all wonky like this. I'm not going to mess with it too much because we've already gone over UV unwrapping and stuff. I'm just hitting L. It selects that whole piece and moves it. And then you can create an AO map, which I've showed you how to do in another video, where you would just go add base, oops, name it alpha, okay, and then you would bake it how I showed you in a previous video. And if you don't know how to do that, you might want to go back and watch that video. So that's how you do Solidify.